Here is our new Lee Bear. Bosh! How high is that then? What? Double Henry. And I'm like 6'5". Even if it's my computer, we're losing money. It's been aced. It's only gonna crash again. Lorry driver walk. When your wife's having a baby, you can look up there. To me, to you, to me, to you. This is where the decisions get made. This is where big stuff goes down. Then you got no chance of earning money. Absolutely zero. How's he done that then? How's he done that? Bosh! Do you remember that pose, guys? Welcome to What's in My Scrapyard updated. So much has changed in the last 4 months. Obviously, we're out of lockdown now in the UK. I've got new machines, new lorries, plenty of news to discuss with you guys, and I thought what better place to do it than back in the scrapyard where we started with another version of the What's in My Scrapyard video. So we're standing in the same spot. We took the thumbnail for the last photo. Almost makes me cry because it means so much to me. But yeah, we're here in the scrapyard. So let's start down the end of the yard, back with this Sennenbogen, which is the heart of the firm, as I said in the last video. Where do we start? So when I put my first video out last time, I only had, I think it was 400 to 600 subscribers. 4 months later, here we are. I've got, what is it now? You tell me, 24,000? So big things have changed for the YouTube channel anyway. So we are absolutely ramo. We've got so many bales over there. We've got wiring looms and dashboards to do over there. And then we've got plenty of metal behind us, which I'll show you in a moment. But as you can probably tell, there's a machine missing over here. Yeah, a machine missing. And that's because we're getting ready for our new power hand, which is going to be delivered next week. Power hand are the best automotive recycling machines. They do pickers, and it's like a big claw like that and pulls the wiring looms and other aluminium and metal sections from the car. So they actually pull dashes out like this much more efficiently than a grab can and our other machine that we used to have. The other machine is going to be up for sale. It's been working fantastic in the last 2 months, so fair play to that for doing the job until the big boy turns up. Stay tuned, that'll be up for sale very soon. But yeah, so here we've got an absolute mountain of dashboards that are going to be processed by the boys probably at the weekend. But look at that, look at the size of it. How high is that then? What? Double Henry. And I'm like 6'5", so that's bloody high. 6'5", 6 foot, we'll go 6 foot, sounds a bit better. When you bail a car, what you do is you pull all of the wiring looms out the car, everything out the car, the engine, the fuel, any parts that you can sell for resale value, and all you're left with is the shell of the car, which is the seats and some plastic parts that are left over in the vehicle. What happens is obviously some bumpers and some seats fall out. So what you have to do is put those in another bale when you're baling. As you're tearing one seat out, put another one in from another car. So in order to keep the quantity of weight in the car, what you have to do is put the parts back in the car. So that's why these are sat here ready to go in another bale tomorrow. That's a little trick of the trade. And then over here, these are actually picked cars. These are ready to bale in the morning. We've actually got such a good system going at the moment. At night, we actually put cars here, so as soon as the machine driver jumps in tomorrow, he's got stuff to go. He can start over here, and the system just starts in one big cycle. Like a traffic jam, imagine this. A traffic jam, the first person at the front moves, and then everybody else moves behind it. If everybody moved at the same time, the traffic would instantly start at a traffic light and stop when the traffic light went red. What we do at Ace Car Brakes is similar to that. Everybody starts at one time, and the circle starts turning straight away. So, nice little analogy. Here you go, here you can see is the, what you may say, debris of a car. Look at that. Bosh! This big boy here is actually a broom that we use to sweep up the area. And we grab it with the Sennenbogen like that and just sweep up, and that's why the yard is so clean as it is now. Look at that. Kim and Aggie would be happy with that one. If you don't know Kim and Aggie, you're too young. Mind your footing, because this is literally the exit hole where everything comes out the bale. So a bale slides out of here once it's been baled. So this is the final stage of the Ace Car Breakers car scrapping process. Looking up, it's like looking, when your wife's having a baby, you can look up there and see it, but I wouldn't recommend looking up here because it'll come out and smack your head, and yeah, you just don't want that, do you? Don't want that. Watch your step there. Watch your step, I know you just stacked it. Cameraman's wearing Yeezys, I fucking wouldn't wear them. And here is Mount Everest of shearing. Honestly, at the moment, as quick as this pile goes, the bigger it gets. Like, that has been that tall every day for the last 2 weeks. And I think the last video, we were actually running a bit low on the iron, and we were considering sort of slowing down in that area. But no, we're back up and running. The biggest scrap buyers in Kent, in front of you right here. The main man himself, the King of Salvage. Even though the nickname's gone now, King of Salvage, I'm still the King of Salvage. Remember that. But yeah, this is full of older scaffold poles, tiny little bits like that. They're quite heavy, I'd probably say. Only about 40 kilos, that's probably what I bench anyway. But yeah, throw that back in the park. But yeah, so that is the current situation with the material. We are absolutely ramo, and I'm happy to tell you guys, we are super duper busy. Quick one for you guys, I'm actually doing a giveaway on my Instagram, so if you go and check that out now, I'm giving away a pair of trainers, which they're actually Jordans, and they're worth over £300. So if you want to be a part of that, go on my Instagram now, pause the video, follow me, and then follow the instructions, and they can be yours. I'm giving away to one lucky subscriber as soon as I hit 10k, so you got to be in it to win it, guys. And then behind me here is our new Lee Bear. Bosh! So this was actually our second Lee Bear we bought, because we've actually had another one prior to this, and it was terrible. Wasn't what it said on the tin, and we had to send it back. And we've done another deal, and we've got this bad boy. And touch wood, I haven't got any wood. We're in a scrapyard, we don't actually buy wood. So if you're gonna sell us metal, don't put wood in it. I can't touch wood, but I'm gonna use my head. It's been going perfectly. So we've got the two machines at the moment working absolutely beautifully, in sequence, in harmony. Yes, working great. So a great place to be at the moment. Ace Car Break is a very happy environment, and all of our staff love it. So fantastic. That is a container. So we've actually scrapped that container there. That is ready to go. It was actually a good container once, but it's been aced. It's been proper aced, that has. Like all the cars here, they get aced. So last time I actually pulled up to the yard in a Mclaren. I rebuilt that Mclaren from scratch. Well, not scratch, obviously. I didn't start with a nut and a bolt. I actually rebuilt it from the crash that it had previously. And you'll never guess what's happened, guys. It's only gonna crash again. Oh, can you believe it? Can you believe it? I'm tempted to go for a round two, but obviously I'm waiting on details of that, so I'm not sure yet. Here's our 10-car transporter. The other day, big up Tony, the best driver in the world, actually picked up 11 cars on it. So how's he done that then? How's he done that? I don't know, but fantastic workmanship from Tony. Fantastic desire to get the job done, and exceeds expectation. That's what we're about here. Absolutely pushing boundaries. We've actually bought a new trailer for that, a blue one, which is parked around the other yard. We haven't got a use for it yet, but it's always good to have a backup in case something goes wrong with that one. We can do the old switcheroony, get Tony back out on the road, because what we don't want in business is downtime. So as soon as there's a downtime, we're losing money, no matter where it is. Even if it's my computer, we're losing money. This lorry is the lorry that gets parked in the yard overnight. He is one of our transporters. He transports material for us every day. He does about 4 loads a day, so he does 2 shearing, 2 bales in an ideal world. But some days when you've got too much of one material, it's like, we need to run that one today. So we just push on that one and get him to run that. So he normally comes in at about 4:30, gets loaded up, parks his lorry here, and then come first thing in the morning, he's ready to go. Like a bullet out of a gun, you know, he's straight out there in the mornings. Beating the traffic. You know, the early lorry driver gets the worm, I think they say, isn't it? Something like that. This area here is where we used to store our batteries, and we've actually now changed that into a parts shed, so we're actually stripping parts. So if you do need any parts, please give us a call on our phone number, and we'll be happy to help you with anything we do have. As we're getting up off the ground at the moment, we haven't got an abundance of stock, but we're building it up slowly. It's getting there, and yeah, we'll be happy to take any inquiries and do the best we can for you to see if we can help you out. As you can tell, we've got a lot of cars in, but whether it's what you need, I'm not too sure. We've got a lot of Focuses, a lot of Citroens, yeah, a lot of Fords, not just Focuses, and Peugeots, and your run-of-the-mill stuff. If you've got an Audi or a plus 2012 car, we're probably not right for you at the moment, but anything older than that, it's worth giving us a call and seeing what you can get out of us.
There you go.
Legend has it, that security guard up there killed 30 people with his bare hands. So if you come down here wanting beef, you don't want beef, yeah? The hardest man in Kent, hardest man in London. Some say he's the hardest man in the world, so just a heads up if you're coming down here. No funny business, because he'll f you up. Anyway, back onto the yard. This is the export area of the yard, as you saw in the first What's in My Scrapyard. We've got plenty of engines to go. Obviously, in the UK Brexit now, it's changed the rules a little bit of what we can and can't get out of the border. Not so much from our side, but from the countries trying to import, they've had to change a lot of their paperwork. And it is still a great part of the business, but we're just getting onto the new chapter of things. It's just taking a little bit of time to adjust. So we're still flat out, and we've still got bloody loads of engines there. And there's a little Land Rover on the ramp to the old Land Rover fans. That engine will be cut out in the morning. But as I say, we're absolutely flat out with cars. If you do see anything in the videos you are interested in, whether that's buying or parts, please let me know, because these cars won't be here probably this time next week, so act on it fast and you might get some luck out of us. The driver actually coming earlier, I see him pull in, and I told him don't unload that until the morning. I said get away, done enough today, thanks for the shift. But he's got that Corsa and then that Focus obviously there to unload in the morning. He will probably get in a little bit earlier to unload them, but I don't expect him to. As long as he's here on time and he's first in the yard and he gets out of the way, that should be no problem. If not, what we like to do is if the driver is running late for some reason, we'll unload the lorry for him so that when he gets here, the lorry's ready to go. Just puts his hivers on, gets in the cab and goes. We don't want to delay things. We all work together. We're all a team. If one person's running a little bit behind, then we pick up and help each other, don't we? That's what life's about, helping others out. Being nice and helping others. You can't go wrong being kind, and it costs nothing. It's the best thing in the world, other than chocolate. And yeah, there is room to breathe around here at the moment, but as I say, we've got plenty of cars to process, and today I had a fantastic auction. Bought bloody loads, mate, bloody loads. So as we enter around the back of the yard, as you'll probably be familiar with, we've got plenty of cars on the racks around here, which is in the export yard. As I say, we are running a little bit behind on export because of Brexit and stuff. So here is the picker behind us. We've pulled it out of action for a week. We're getting the paint work done on it, just doing a little service on it and checking over everything before we put it up for sale to make sure that the person that buys it buys a great machine that has a lot of life in it. So we're just doing the final checks over it now and it ready to sell. So it's a sad time. She's got her head down because she knows it's time to go, but on to bigger and better things for the Komatsu, hopefully. And bring on the power hand. Woo! Here's actually, here is our new trailer. We've had the sign writing done on the side. That's what it's round here for. Just had the sign writing done. Yeah, that's looking pretty tidy. So if you see her on the road, give her a honk honk and the driver will wave back to you. Now let's go and see the lorries because we haven't got a new lorry to add to the collection. So I didn't actually mention it, but the depollution bay, same as it was last time. Not really much needs to be said. If you haven't watched my video, there's actually a full car depollution video on my channel. But I am going to redo that because the mic quality wasn't very good and there's just a couple bits else I need to add into it. Do you know what I mean? So gonna update that one as well. You know, a bit of an update day. Hey, update day, boys. But anyway, before we get into the lorry part, guys, walk with me. How have you guys been anyway? Are you all okay? A lot's changed from the first video, so let me know in the comments how you're doing, what you've been up to, if anything in your life has changed. I'd love to hear it, and you know what, I'd like to hear some positive messages. Hopefully you guys can take something from the videos or from my videos. That would mean a lot to me, just to know that I was helping a few people out. If you haven't already, but go and check my TikTok out. I do a bit of sort of motivational, uplifting speaking on there, just to give you guys sort of something to think about and just sort of some positivity, because I love positivity. I wake up every morning and my one thing is try and be as positive as you can today, because you can get as much as you can done when you're positive. So if anything, wake up tomorrow morning, remember what I say, be positive with a smile on your face, and you'll get more done, honestly. So before we get into the office, what I'm standing on now is the weighbridge. Every lorry in the morning comes on here, they get their weights taken. If they're loading bales, he backs down with the baler. And then if he's loading shearing, where the lorries are parked now, that's where they drive in and get loaded with shearing. And then obviously we have to take their weights on the way out, because you'll be surprised that this weighbridge here actually gets different weights to other weighbridges at different companies, you know. So say if we load up and we've got, for example, 15 ton of bales on the load, when it gets to another yard, they might say it's got 14. So it's very important for us to check our weights here, so that if they come out with a ridiculous number that's far from what we've got, we know that we're not lying, and we know that they might be not telling the truth. Because sometimes if you don't weigh it when it goes out, you haven't really got a leg to stand on, because if they go, oh, there's only 12 ton on that load, we haven't weighed it, we don't know what's on it. So it's important to know exactly what's coming in and out, because if not, then you've got no chance of earning money. Absolutely zero. So lorry drivers will park their lorry up on the weighbridge like that, they'll jump out their cab, and then I'll do a lorry driver walk, knock on the old window like that. Most people then don't really know, and they're just standing like that. Someone else is standing on the inside going. So the lorry driver walks into here. So you guys walk into there, and I'll show you what happens after that. So you go into this little hut here. Obviously, COVID at the minute, we can't come any closer than that. Hello! How can I help you? And obviously I'm in here like this, not me personally, but one of our members of staff. We look at our scales, which are here. We have the kilograms here. Obviously, there's nothing on the weighbridge at the moment, so there's nothing on the kilogram scale. And then our weights come up here. We enter it on the screen like that. Print off a ticket, slide it to the lorry driver like that, and then off they go to deliver the material. Fantastic stuff. But anyway, I'm going back downstairs. Let me turn the lights on. Where are the light switch? This is the office. This is the hub of the yard, basically. Everything sort of happens in here. We've got 2 people working down here every day, just sort of commanding it, answering the phones. We did used to have 3, and I think we probably need 3 again because it's getting super busy at the moment. Jim sits here like this. And whatever happens, anybody that walks in grabs a darts like that and just straight over Jim's head. Jim hasn't been hit yet, funny enough, but he's had one the other day. I threw a dart like that, it come down and I had him right between his bollocks like that. Jim's days are getting numbered. And then upstairs, we'll show you my office. This is the manager's office. And then through here. This is my office. This is my desk here. As you can see, messy like my brain. Everything all over the place. And yeah, this is where the magic happens, people. This is where the decisions get made. This is where big stuff goes down. King of the castle, king of the castle. And then that is my dad's desk over there. So when they are here, that's where they sit. And to me, to you, to me, to you. I think I had gate troubles last time, didn't I?
Yeah.
But it was that gate. F***ing some things do change and some things don't change. Anyway, this is the lorry yard. We're missing a couple of lorries. They're actually parked around our fitter shed, which is around the other side of the yard. He's actually working on a couple of them because there's been a few little problems and niggles we've had to deal with, but nothing to worry about, nothing to worry about. And we've actually also bought a new van. So that old silver thing is gone now. We've got a new one, but that is actually being used as well at the moment. So yeah, just for people who haven't seen the first video, I'll put a link in for that one now if you want to go and watch it. That is a bulker lorry. That is what we use to transport material like your bales, your shearing, maybe some aluminium, depending on what we're loading at the time. Then you've got a 7.5 ton lorry, which is basically a standard street recovery lorry that we collect 2 cars at a time. We do 10 cars a day per driver, so they go out 5 times with each of the 7.5 tonners. And we've got the 6-car transporter over there, which is the Volvo GN07. That is often used to go to auction sites and collect 6 cars, but it isn't Euro 6, so it's not able to go in London. So we are looking to update that one at the moment as well. And then behind me, you've got a high-ab lorry, which we don't really use at the moment because high-abs have actually been banned by Copots. You can't go into their yards and use them. And it's just dangerous on the streets using a high-ab to pick stuff up. When we bring stuff back to export stuff, we're trying to look after parts to not damage them. So using that's pretty much against what we're trying to do. And then obviously that's the old skip lorry behind me, which is out of use now. And I think we are selling that one. So yeah, that is the full fleet. And then around the other yard, we've got the new skip lorry. And we've also got another Arctic, which hasn't got a back on it. So yes. That's the lorry fleet. So end this video where the last one started. Hey, what a wonderful day. Remember, giveaway on my Instagram, week of my life coming this week, and that is what's in my Scrapyard updated version. If I've missed anything out you'd really want to see and you're really interested about, let me know and we can always do an updated version of this video. But until next time guys, I'm your boy Henry Arnold, the King of Salvage. I'll see you next time.